everybody, before you watch the video, make sure you follow the page, like the video. Hope you enjoy.
With jiu-jitsu, I mean, the journey is so long to just black belt, and then when you achieve black belt, you're like, oh man, this is like scratching the surface, and then you're like, man, this is like, you know, it's such a never ending. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
but I think that's, you know, partly that is because people have so much going on in their lives as well. You know, they probably, a lot of people do understand that, but they're like juggling, you know, work. You know, it's like you do this full time. That's amazing. You know, that's awesome. You know, and a lot of people probably wish they could. But then I don't know if they actually know what it entails. Do you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
But I think, I think jiu-jitsu. Obviously, I think if you do it long enough, obviously, you know, I remember if you get to purple belt, you know, there's probably a very good chance that you're never going to stop because you'll reach black belt. Like, I'd love to see those statistics, which, you know, how many people get to blue belt and quit compared to how many people make it to purple belt that actually keep going. You know, I think
the majority, it's very common for that to continue. But people, I understand that. Like, I understand life gets in the way of all that stuff, and specifically to do with jiu-jitsu. But I'm just talking about that mindset in general, and it might be that growth mindset thing that you're talking about. But to really get good at things, you gotta truly understand it. I believe that people understand better perspectives and deepen the understanding of life in general through physical pursuits, because it's tangible, because you can feel that shit. Because if you're too late in catching the ball in footy, you get whacked by somebody else, and that doesn't feel good physically.
But that's also what appealed me to jiu-jitsu, because it's like, as opposed to football, it's like where it can be someone else's fault that you lose. You know what I mean? It's like, it's your fault 100%. Do you know what I mean? In jiu-jitsu.
Accountability.
And I love that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can't blame it on anyone else. You're taking ownership for that loss or that win. That's yours. You know, you earned that. You know, so I do love that about jiu-jitsu.
I agree. That's the massive contrast between like solo sports and team stuff.
I think like when you have, like, you visit a gym, and then I think it's very important, like the conceptual things are very important, because they are the ones that maybe make you recognize timing. And if you can recognize timing, sometimes by doing this on the guy's gonna fall, it's gonna be a sweep, you know what I mean? Like, because you can feel that the weight, you know, like, so this is very important, you know. And people, it's not super difficult, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't think that's actually not difficult. Maybe time, a little bit more time, a little bit of trying to understand, rather than, because people go straight to, oh, I want to submit, oh, this looks cool, you know what I mean? But they don't understand that it's like, you know, you're going swimming, when you're gonna, it's like you have to get wet, you know. You're gonna train jiu-jitsu, you're gonna get submitted, you know. So these things I think are very important. Otherwise, for example, if you, I went on a competition in Melbourne, I was watching the guys, you know, that train like a lot of leg locks, they're going on the wrong time, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not like you can do this at any second time. It needs the right timing to do it. Otherwise, you're just moving on the wrong time. That doesn't work, you know? Like any position, you know? But I think, for example, you talk about Muhammad Ali, for example, you look at any sport, like the angle is very important, you know what I mean? For takedown, the angle, you know, your body too low, too high, you know, like little details, you know. One thing that I do nowadays, now you get older, you don't move as fast. When you're standing up, the way the guy on bottle is gonna do guard with you, I can know what's the side that he's best at defending, and I go to the other. It's amazing how this works. And normally, unless the guy is like, they'll be very rare, they'll be good on both sides at the same level. The other side is much weaker.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, I've always done it. I remember because Craig talked about it, you know, he'd always pass to the right, because most people play guard you know, they're better at defending, you know. So it's like you just go to the right hand side, and I think for the most part it's because they're right-handed. You know, most people prefer
right hand dominant.
Yeah, exactly. So I think just in doing that, I don't know when I worked that out, but it was probably, you know,
exactly. It's not a position, you know, no more. It's just one detail that changes everything.
It's like you can't have the perfect balance, you know, with guard retention for most people. Anyway.
No, not at all.
It's going to be It's interesting because I think people, it's not that you know, for example, I hurt my knee recently, you know, and I was doing testing on my bad. I hurt my left knee, which is my non-dominant side, and I was doing testing on my leg to make sure that my meniscus was okay to go back to training. And the guy, I scored, like, did about 7 different exercises and compared them to my right-hand side, and my left-hand side was stronger than my right on all movements. Yeah. But it didn't feel like it was stronger, you know? So you actually have to just have some trust in that weak side, do you know what I mean? That, like, basically, that you're just not as coordinated, and that's why you don't feel like you're as strong. But you are as strong, or if not stronger, on that weak side. And I suppose, like, you can apply that to jiu-jitsu as well. You're gonna have trust in your bad side. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's there. You just got to put the reps in, you know, and it'll quickly, you know.
I think there's this thing about like accountability to go. I think people don't reflect enough, like, on going, you know what, look, my defense of God is really bad to the left. I'm going to let people, you know, come here, you know, and try to improve here. Like, if you don't think about what you have to really improve, what you're good at, what you need to improve on and work on it, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get better in it. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. But that's what getting better is.
But there's a lot of people that does not do that. But that seems very normal.
But that's what I was talking about before. Like, your ability to comprehend what the fuck is going on is directly
the minimum requirement.
Is the minimum requirement to fucking improve. So, like, why,
to really improve?
Why? Yeah, but in anything, I'm not even talking about jiu-jitsu. That's why I was talking about, like, conceptually understanding, truly understanding what the fuck you're doing. If you don't know that part, how do you get better? How? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be...
You can copy, but you're not truly understanding. Do you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people do that. They go, oh, you watch the coach does this move, you just do that. But it's like, well, why are you doing that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but even with the copying, when it fails, they go, oh, the guy was too good. Oh, my leg's sore. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Just come up with some bullshit reason. No, figure out how to make it fucking work. It's not that, like, this is such a common situation. Someone will pick a technique, they'll do it for 3 weeks, it doesn't work, they watch another technique, and then they go back to that. And it's like, how the fuck is that ever going to lead to anything positive?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. I always found with myself, like, the time that I think I started to progress the most rapidly was when I came to training with intention. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So,
100%.
coming with intention.
You've got to be purposeful.
Yeah, so it's being purposeful when you come to training, because obviously you've got to trust that your coach is guiding you on this journey, but no one knows the journey better than you do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know what your strengths and weaknesses are better than anyone.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can watch, a coach can watch and analyze you and go, oh, hey man, you're like,
you need to work on this.
Yeah, you need to work on this. You need to work on this. But like, deep down, you know that probably anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like you just haven't really maybe admitted it to yourself and then purposefully started working on that. You know,
dude, I talked about this last episode with Martin. It's like everybody knows what to do to lose weight. Everybody knows what to do to make more money. Everybody knows what to do to fucking get better at whatever. They're just not willing to fucking do it.
And have a, like, you're absolutely right. Like, and have a purpose when they, like, a lot of people come to train, park the car, hey, go, they're like running, little run, you know, like, talk to everyone, but they don't have nothing to do that day that they want to try on, or two moves that they in their head. They went and thought have a look at the final details, ask a guy, arrive early, you know, they have nothing like that. That intrigues me, you know what I mean, because that's like such a small thing that will make a huge, like you're saying. I completely agree with you on that.
I remember when I was a blue belt, man. I remember as a blue belt going, all right, I'm gonna fucking get good at straight foot locks. I'm gonna get good at doing a straight foot lock for fucking 4 months or whatever. I was just footlocking everyone with straight footlock. Get here, do this. Get here, do this. Get here, do this. And I would fail, of course, but you're just attempting the technique and trying and figuring it out. And how do you stop the guy from blocking it? How to do this? How to do that? And it might be easier because you're a little bit bigger or this and that, and you're going to have success more because you train with some guys smaller than you, so it's easier. But at the end of the day, it's still the same formula. Stick to this shit. Figure it out.
And guess what? It's not gonna be comfortable because you're not good at it. That's why you're doing it in the first place. Remember?
Exactly.
You have to remember that, to be nice to yourself.
But it's
because
hard.
you're not gonna look great at first.
Exactly. But even everyone, even though you know that, you still have the struggle that you have to push through. It's like that, just conquering that inner bitch every day, or every time that voice starts to creep up. It's like, nah, man, like,
just do it anyway.
You know, just do it.
Well,
you know?
Martin talked about, like, Martin competed at the Queensland State Championship as well, and he talked about that. He said, like, man, I woke up on Sunday and it was the Nogi day, and I was like, man, I already competed on Saturday.
Looking for an excuse.
Like, oh man, like, it doesn't matter if I don't go, I don't know, whatever. And then he's like, nah, fuck it, I gotta go, man. I gotta go, then I gotta do it. And then he went there and he felt like, you know, he might not have done as well as he wanted, but he still went there and did that, and that's a victory already.
Yeah, exactly.
That's already the victory.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe, like, and again, go and check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, like all our platforms. Give us a follow at bjj.101 on Instagram, and go and check out bjj101.com.au to access the full video library.